I am Seven Strider, and forgive the crazy hair because about 20 minutes ago I woke up for work and I saw on Twitter from someone who I follow who lives in America that the NBC trailer for Constantine had been released, and I went to go and see the trailer and I couldn't view it in the UK. I was very disappointed, to say the least. I was screaming and crying, to be perfectly honest. But then I found the trailer in the UK and I paused it and I recorded a reaction video. Unfortunately, my microphone cut out completely because my microphone likes to torment me so. So you won't be getting a reaction video, but if you want to know what my reaction was, it was like that, and sheer joy. Everything that I said in the reaction video, because I went back onto Twitter just to say like I can't do a reaction video because my microphone cut out, I felt slightly justified in what I was saying in the video as I was watching the trailer, because I was saying in America, in England, your American superheroes don't really sell as well, and by that I mean they still have their fans, but Superman seems a bit cheesy. You know, the whole Boy Scout, S on chest and just flying off to save the day. It comes across as cheesy to your normal English television viewer. Captain America wearing his red, white and blue, you know, and the A on his head, it comes across as a little cheesy and a little corny to your average British, you know, television viewer or cinema goer, which is why they don't sell as well in England as they do in America. And as I was saying, explaining why I couldn't, I couldn't explain, you know, my mic cut out while I was doing the reaction. Constantine started trending in England. We get that sort of guy in England, so I felt completely justified in what I was saying in the trailer as I was watching the trailer, and after watching the trailer I talked a little bit then as well. But I'm going to have to do things this way, just my little mini review of what I saw in the trailer, and just I'm still even shaking now. It was so good. I am such a huge fan of Constantine. We get that sort of superhero. He doesn't really have superpowers, but we get that sort of hero in England. Just the guy in the shadows, the government G-men, the guys who go unnoticed, the one who fall by the wayside. We get it in England. We get that perfectly. The big ostentatious, standing out for everyone to see them superhero doesn't sit well in England as it does in America. That's just a little observation on my part. You can either agree or disagree on that, but on my part it does seem to be that in England, if you know we went for that sort of hero, Constantine may not be as popular as you know, your other heroes over in America, but over here your comic readers all know who Constantine is, and they're going for the Vertigo route, Hellblazer, with the Constantine TV show, which I'm super happy about. The first scene when the trailer starts is Ravenscar. I'm not going to give anything away. I've read the Hellblazer graphic novels. If you've read the Hellblazer graphic novels, I think you're actually going to be going in with this armed with knowledge, because there's stuff I spotted throughout the trailer. He uses magic. When he used magic, literally my jaw hit the floor because his hands burst into flame. Just is surrounded by guys or something, or demons, or we don't know. The taxi pulls up. I think Chad, Constantine's best friend, in the comic books, before anyone starts talking about that movie, you know, the one with Keanu Reeves and the dark-haired Constantine, that one fucks me off. It's still a good movie and enjoyable if you watch it and think maybe it's not Constantine, that it's some other guy called Constantine. You know, you can watch it and enjoy it, but to me it did feel like a bit of a betrayal of the source material. So they're going the Hellblazer route. I believe Bryan Cranston was the professor or doctor interviewing him in the trailer. I didn't really see that quick. I've literally just watched the trailer once and this is like my initial reaction to it. It's going Hellblazer route. I think Chad's going to be in there. I know Papa Midnight is going to be in this. I was told that before the trailer even come out, that Papa Midnight is going to be in this. But we didn't see him in the trailer. We saw Angels. We were told that there's something coming, which I'm going to have to reread the Hellblazer graphic novels. Hellblazer was the most successful DC Vertigo title of all time. I think it ran for 13 years. So it's the most successful DC Vertigo title ever. I think Fables is still on the Vertigo label, DC's Vertigo label, and yeah, I think that's going to beat it pretty soon, because that is still running even now. Even has spin-off titles. But if you, I believe that Fables has more issues, but Constantine ran for the longer time. Hellblazer, I'm talking about. Of course, the main character is Constantine, so I do sometimes refer to it as Constantine. I'm just so happy with everything I saw. Sticking with DC at the time that we're going through, where you've got in the comics endless events happening, Trinity War, Forever Evil, and now Future's End. The Man of Steel debacle. I didn't even like the last Batman movie, but Dark Knight Rises. I didn't even like that. The Arrow debacle as well. Not a lot of people like Arrow. I personally enjoy it. I think the second series has come along leaps and bounds. Really, it's just superpowers, villains looking like they're supposed to. It's just Arrow's come along so far. Finally, with being shown this Constantine trailer, I feel justified for sticking with DC for the way I have. I do read Marvel. I've got my Civil War t-shirt on right now while talking about DC. I was just so happy with it. We saw so much, and even I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. The actor playing Constantine, I've forgotten him off the top of my head now his name, but when I first saw him dressed as Constantine, I was like, fantastic, that he looks like Constantine. They lightened his hair, they didn't go full on peroxide blonde like Constantine is known for. Depending on who's drawn him, there is different variants of him. So yeah, they didn't go full on peroxide blonde, but they lightened his hair. I was very happy about that. Matt, is his name Matt or Nick? I can't remember. I'm getting off topic anyway. So they lightened his hair. Super excited, happy about that. And in the trailer, we didn't see him smoke, but he did seem to put on a bit of a Liverpool accent, just enough so that the American audience would still understand him. But it was noticeable if you're in a UK audience that he'd put on a little bit of a Liverpool accent, which I was so grateful for, because after the Keanu Reeves one, I was just like, oh god, just Constantine would be so easy to do if you were to give it to someone who knows the source material. And this one's David Goyer who's producing this, the guy who fucked up Man of Steel. It's David Goyer. God, don't make a mess of this, please. But there was so many references. If you watch the trailer and you know Hellblazer, if you watch the trailer, you'll be like, oh, I know that, I know Ravenscar, I know what they're talking about with the girl damned to hell. If you know your Hellblazer, you'll love the trailer even more. You love it as much as I did. I saw it, I was just like, oh, just so good, so good. I'm so very happy with that. Now we just need it to be shown in the UK. It's like, as I've already said, this is what an English television viewer gets if you give them a superhero all cape and tights. It doesn't sell very well in England to your average cinema goer, average TV viewer. Give them a guy in a dirty trench coat, with scruffy appearance, smoking a cigarette or not. I'm guessing not, because this is an American TV show, but and just make him a bit of a dick, really. It's even the trailer went into the fact that he's a bit of a dick. I think his business card said something like magician and occult occult investigator. Just go and watch the trailer. If you can, just show NBC that we want it in England too. Just if you want to hashtag Constantine, or whatever, Facebook, do your thing. Just I've already just said like hashtag Constantine, because just like I want it in the UK. We need this in the UK. The Gotham trailer didn't go down very well with me. There's some things that I'm still not happy about with it. I'm still going to watch it, still probably going to enjoy it, but everything else, does TV, comics, films, everything that DC's been getting wrong so far, finally we've got Hellblazer. And they do say from the DC comic Hellblazer, it's not from the DC comic Constantine, they're going the Hellblazer route, and I couldn't be happier. And they run up to this coming on, to this show coming out. I didn't even know we were going to get a trailer. I didn't even know it was going to get greenlit. I actually thought it's not going to get past. It's not going to get greenlit. It's not going to sell well. Obviously, something happened, and they get it. They were watching. They're like, actually, we get this. So like, these are executives. They don't know comic books. So I'm super excited for this, and my hair is even worse now. But I'm super excited for this. As I have woke up, so my hair is a wreck. It just does whatever the hell it damn wants while I'm asleep. It just seems to make it grow a life of its own. So I've been super excited. I've been talking about this trailer for way too long. Go and watch it. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description to where I went and went to see the trailer. But you'll be able to find it easily. It's the first thing that comes up on your search engine if you put in NBC Constantine. And it looks like I put in NBC space C and then NBC Constantine came up straight away. That was the first thing that came up on my search engine. So obviously a lot of people are wanting to view this. I mean, when I first couldn't watch it in England, I'm like, oh, please don't say it's not coming to England. I found a way around it, and I've managed to see it. I'm so excited for this now. I'm still just like a bit giddy after seeing everything that I've seen. Even with my piss poor attempt at Constantine at MCM next year, I might have to do Constantine again, but this version this year when I go to Glasgow for MCM again. But do this version of Constantine, not the original Hellblazer that I was going with, because it does change things up in Hellblazer as you're reading it. But I went with the issues that I read, the ones I was familiar with. Instead of going with the red tie like I'm familiar with, I went with the black for the Keanu Reeves effect. I'm so excited, I really am. I hope this comes to England. If it doesn't, I'll find some way of watching it. I will absolutely just find some way of watching it. I don't care if I have to order it from America on DVD and then just watch it region free somehow. I believe you can use Xbox to actually play American DVDs. They're not region locked in terms of DVDs, but they are region locked in terms of games or something like that. I will find a way. So I've talked for way too long. I'm going to get ready for work now. I've been N7 Strider, and I should go.